Welcome to Tran wins Symphony of War. An unfortunate war now rages between the Nephilim army and Sayunaari. It is clear that only complete submission of the current regime will put an end to this struggle and liberate the Sayunaari people. Now that the Nephilim army controls Ezrum, they face two threats: the Sayunaari army from the east and the Imperial reinforcements from the west. To begin with, this bond here, I think it's a bug, but this is a bond between Sybil and Abigail, and there's a blood drop, so this basically means they become family, and there's some advantages to this. The reason why I say I think it's bug is once you do this mission, or relationship, or support, or whatever you call it, this one disappears. Now you may say, well, that's because you can only have one bond. Well, if we do this one still exists, so that's why I think it's a bug. You don't even get the warning. For example, if we click this, it says, preventing any other such bonds. Well, you don't get a warning for this one. So I will go and show it to you now, but I think during our playthrough, we'll refrain from doing it so we can see what kind of relationship bonds might be available. This bond is only available if Sybil became a paladin. Sybil and Abigail bonded.
Woo, yeah! Take that, and that, and that! Pow, right in the kisser.
Sister Sybil, your enthusiasm is infectious. Although I do not share such joy for warfare, I can at least appreciate yours.
Hey, Sister Abby. Careful, I almost whacked you there.
I do believe you were advised to temper your lust for battle, were you not?
Yes, fine.
I jest, Sister Sybil. I will not tell anyone.
I knew it. I knew you were something special, Abby.
Well, I wanted to bring up something with you. While I think we both understand your initiation as a paladin was out of the ordinary, it does make sense. These are truly scarce times. And, well...
Yeah? Come on, spit it out, pint-sized.
Well, I do not have a bonded of my own, like Sister Adelia. Do you think...
You mean you and me become blood sisters? Let me think. Of course! You know, scarce times and all. Let's show the world what the spirit of the temple can do, Abby.
Oh, it was that easy? Then I shall inform Diana, and we will make it official. My heart is soaring, Sister Sybil, and I hope I am adequate as your blood sister.
Adequate? Psh, we're gonna light up the world.
Sybil and Abigail have become blood sisters. They will each cost only half capacity in each other's squads. This one is not available in version 1.0b2 or whatever, the previous version. I don't know why. So if you only played that version or you saw a playthrough of that, this should be new to you. Hey there, so mind if I ask what it's like? Now that you can,
Now that I can...
come on, become the giant lady.
Oh, well, I am the giant lady. I can shrink back to this form when being full-sized is impractical.
Oh.
Yep, let's keep that between us for a while, would you?
Of course. Though I think they'll catch on pretty soon, seeing as several days of food and entire livestock herds are suddenly gone. Any idea where it all went?
In my stomach.
Well, part of my muscles by now. Bells! He thinks all creation will end up in there. Say, do you think when my time comes, I'll also turn into a godlike being?
St. Landis was a master of illusion. Maybe you'll gain the power of invisibility. Forever.
Surely a just and loving Donar would never deprive the world of my breathtaking visage. That conversation probably only pops up if those two are bonded as well, I assume. Alright, next we have Nerima and Jules, Ghosts of Ezrum.
Welcome to Ezrum, Jules.
Yeah, wow, Nerima, I have to admit, I didn't expect it to look like this. Everything looks kind of new. The stories I've heard tell of ancient cities.
Your perception serves you well. For this city is, for all purposes, only a generation older than we are. Its former glorious form dated back thousands of years, but the Viridians saw fit to destroy that which they could not have, to wipe an icon of the past off the timeline of this world. Well-dressed barbarians they are.
How did the Viridians cause so much destruction?
The Ethereum Crisis. You may have heard tales of this event from the Viridians. The Sayunaari princess named Soha of Dargon, whose beauty defied description, whose magical gift grew out of control, that she became a terrible archvillain. From the Sayunaari perspective, the conflict was provoked entirely by the Viridians, who made use of a power they could not understand and did not deserve to wield. In a great war between the Empire of Viridia and all the world's nations, Ezrum was utterly destroyed by a nightmarish weapon they developed in a bid to subdue us. Tens of thousands of our people perished in an instant. Of course, even then, we Sayunaari persevered to win that war. Ezrum was rebuilt some 50 years ago when the Ethereum Crisis's curse finally subsided. Well, that's an accomplishment, don't you think? Jules, this is something you must understand well. Our people do not value the same things Viridians do. While Ezrum now stands greater than its former self in many ways, a vital part of our national spirit was lost, forever. Ezrum as it should be stands only in memories that, too, will fade away in time. Thank you, Nerima. It seems I have much to learn about my homeland. Nerima and Casamir of the Snow and Sand.
By Donar, if I survive this heat, I shall never forsake the tundra again as long as I shall live.
Perhaps your kind would do well to listen to your body. That is Donar telling you not to be where you don't belong.
Perhaps it is Sayunaari, but for the return of Donar, no amount of suffering would dissuade me from this great holy war.
I believe you. That is no small feat, Viridian.
Then I will have accomplished something this day, even if the desert takes me.
Ah, of course. You're a Highlander, aren't you, Casamir?
That is an ancient distinction. I am a servant of Donar first and a Viridian second. The people of my duchy do indeed trace their roots to the Felnamia Highlanders. Centuries of integration has all but erased that part of our past.
I see. Regardless, you are the Shield of the North, the iron wall behind which the Midlanders sleep soundly, just as they do due to the existence of my nation, shield against the endless wastes to the east. Tell me, Highlander, what do you think would happen to the Midlanders if our two peoples did not exist?
Crumble to dust at the first instance of difficulty, no doubt.
Even if you humor me, it is needed at this time. Thank you for your fellowship, Highlander. May the bulwarks of the snow and of the sand never perish. Nerima and Casamir have become friends. This is the first mission with 20 deployables. Chapter 24, Scorched Sands. Sons of Sayuna, Viridians are invading our homelands. The blood of our nation, the Caladori mines, must not fall into their hands. Assault their base at Ezrum and leave Sayuna's defense to its women. Tran, some say Sayuna does not even need an army because nature will defeat any invader. There is wisdom in this, but the Sayunaari soldiers are accustomed to the deserts, whereas we will be at a disadvantage. But the mines of Sayuna can bear incredible wealth. We would be foolish not to attempt to seize them. We've also got Casamir's boys right next door to the west, headed our way and wasting no time. Many battlefronts at once, but many options. Okay. To begin with, here to the west will be Casamir's troops. On turn 1 and 5 and 9, more cavalry will appear. To the south are some mine guards. They will stay put until you enter their range. Here, this group will attack you immediately. This group will attack probably your lowest threat value immediately is what I think they do. And the rest of these guys stay stationary. General Ragavi does not have a portrait, but is a notable character, and we'll see why later. We'll have Nerima go east, and some other foot soldiers. So Nerima is a desert warrior. Renalyn Steelheart, Warlord Tatar, and General Bison are also desert warriors. There'll be infantry situated along the wall here, but they're gonna rush out anyways. They're just along the wall because that's the closest I can get to the cavalry. On that note, actually, why don't we move Nerima here and we'll pop these guys over here. So we'll say, how about Rolf Atkin? And let me think here. How many people should I have on this side? Well, yeah, we'll maybe have 3. Right? Yeah, 3. But here we'll pop in Zetini and Noel. Beatrix, get ready. So basically we have a bunch of flyers on this side. We're gonna ambush these cavalry units. All right, then for the remaining slots, we have Percy, Barad, Filbert,
Ludwig, Linnea, Isold, Akri, and why don't we move actually one of these guys? We'll go and put Adelina here. And we'll put Diana here. That is our set of 20. I've been preparing for this moment pretty much all game. I mean, that in addition to Chapter 12. Because you might remember that in the very beginning of the game, I hired roughly 160 odd soldiers. So I did that because I kind of figured, okay, 20 squads. I might have maybe 8 people each-ish. So I wanted to be ready for this. And so this is what we've been preparing for all this time. Not everybody's level 99. Most people are not. So we'll take a look at one of our standard armies here. Level 81, 48, 60. So they do kind of run the gamut of levels here. Like 39 to 80, basically. But they are powerful, no doubt about that. Especially their leadership stats. All of these characters can easily field a squad of 9. So I've been carefully honing this army for this moment. Not because this map is dangerous or anything. In fact, I like this map a lot. There's a lot of things about it. You could, since your objective is to capture this castle, you could basically just run through here and do it that way. There's so many different things you could do. Taking these mines is optional. Dealing with the cavalry is totally optional. It's just like, this is a well-developed map, in my opinion. Most maps is just, your dude starts like down here and the enemy castle's here. You just go from point A to point B. That's pretty much it. This is very similar to that, but there are options for you. All right. So our infantry units, Nerima, Warlord Tatar, Renelin, Steelheart, and General Bison, they have Kesh's Toolkit. And I did test this out. This is actually my 3rd try at this map. My first try, I think I got like a really good number of surrenders. But I thought I could have improved it. So we're gonna try this tip number 3. All right, but I did learn that Kesh's Toolkit allows you to attack down. So we already knew that Kesh's Toolkit allowed you to attack up a wall. So that is really cool.
Sayunaari will never die.
I'm not worried if he takes a shot at me.
Dinner time.
Unfortunately, it looks like Beatrix is just one tile off from where she needs to be. If I put her here, it would have been fine. That's fine. It's not that big a deal. I wanted her to hit the Dragoons.
Donar be with us.
Maybe, yeah, just past that hill is good. And so I should line up diagonally with this hill.
The time to act is now.
Alright, we're gonna see if blocking this entrance prevents these guys from wanting to go north. It isn't catastrophic if they do, because I have 8 cavalry here. With this, I could easily take out these 8 guys and then divide them in half to decide wherever they're meeting the cavalry head on. So I've had some conversation with somebody in the comments section of this playlist, and he's talked about how he feels that artifacts could have been doing something more interesting, and I agree with him. For example, as I'm watching my Sentinels get shot so often by arrows, and again, maybe just because I like being powerful, I think it'd be cool if there was, for example, an artifact that would allow certain units, or maybe every unit, to have some kind of ranged attack. So I can just picture this Sentinel just picking up his javelin and throwing it in the distance to do single target damage at half his normal attack value, with no polearm damage bonuses. I mean, again, not because I need him to be powerful. We can already see that they're doing pretty well. I just think it'd be more interesting than having a sword give you +2 strength. Standing on desert tiles will lower your morale as the battle goes on. Also, I brought Desert Warriors out to play. I'm not really too worried about it. In fact, if I was, the Desert Warriors would not be the ones running to the west on the plains. But I wanted to keep them in their mercenary form. So, for example, while I could turn Red Island Steelheart into a Valkyrie, or General Bison and Warlock Tatar into Knights, I wanted to leave them with some trace of originality. Alright, first off, I guess we'll deal with Casamir's troops.
Repent before the righteous. Ready for the barbecue.
Now, the Sin Credo, I think, only spawned once, period. They may have patched it out where it will never drop again, but now I have 2 Sin Credos because I managed to get a random drop of it before. That's really good. I'm sure it's not intended, but I like the Sin Credo. If we take a look at what it does, it gives you another attack at the cost of your army having less damage. This is still pretty good. I would recommend putting on Beatrix or something. Currently, it's not on Beatrix because 1, she doesn't have the capacity for it if she wants to run a full army, and 2, she does have full dragons, so it's okay for her. When I'm doing forced surrenders, it is handy because she'll just go ahead and do 2 attacks. So that is I think better than having the rest of this army here. Can't really show it because the pop-up will disappear. There's a disadvantage to it, but it's largely negated, I think, in most people's playthroughs. That Beatrix, she has like a leadership of 40 to 50. You won't be running with a full dragon team, very likely. Alright, looks like these guys are running up north here, so what we're gonna do is... Alright, if I can get a blessing, I think I'd like to use that. I want to reposition. Now, before moving on, I need to be careful about this group here. So as long as I stay away from, say, this line, we should be alright. standing on that hill will be safe then. I'm gonna lure up all of them, so I guess it looks like here is good. I'm gonna drop a guy here and one here. I do have a blessing ready, so what I think I'll do is I'll zap him.
Time to even the odds.
Take him out. Bless. And stand here. I don't need the defense bonus, I just want to stop them from suiciding on my main army.
Ready.
I pulled out that pod. I think the other pod is far enough away that they have not been triggered. So I can just send 4 to the south and they'll be able to take care of both waves. They'll be able to take care of all 8 enemies, essentially. That means I can now send 4 to the north to deal with the cavalry that's trying to flank me. Alright, let's figure out what resources we have available to spare to the north. We'll first start off with this group. Nice. Alright, stay behind or on the samurai square. Alright, I guess that's really all I can do, right? Well, no, I can flank him if I hit other people first. They are surrounded for a morale penalty. Charged for a morale penalty. This is the only one I feel a little bit weird about. Guess we can give it a shot and see if we need to use the dragon on him. I don't have a teleport handy right now. Otherwise, I'd teleport him back a couple steps and make them chase me through the gate, now that they've been weakened. But I do have 2 units here that can easily get these guys out of the way. I'm just trying to figure out what the most optimal strategy might be, and I think it will be this.
Donar, guide my attack.
Alright, that leaves I can easily send 4 up here. Not that I need to anymore. Send 1.
For my people, for my homeland.
Do you know who I am? Where am I needed?
I have 2 turns before the guys spawn, and then they'll give me another turn as they approach my castle. But this will give me a little bit of time to start using these infantry to start clearing the south. So I saved him for last. Alright, let me think. I'll hold off on the teleport and the terror and see what happens next. So there is a marketplace in this map, and as usual, I've refined that marketplace, rolled it and rolled it and rolled it again, so I found loot I'm good with. Yes, that did mean having to barrel my way through the entire map each time I spawned it. And everything went exactly as expected. That's good. So this pod will start moving forward towards me now that I've baited him in with this one. Where can I get you? Okay, I might be at a... that is something. Alright. Oops, I need terror, not teleport. I have a blessing and a teleport. We'll start with this side since this is the most fragile side at the moment.
You make this too easy. Dinner time.
In the Grey Wind mission, although the final battle takes place in a temple, the tile itself counts as a castle town or something because of the background and the defensive measure that you can't meteor it.
A paladin never surrenders.
I had the infantry going south first in case they needed to act against the southwestern mine guards.
Donar be with us.
Looks like we'll be alright.
I must stay strong.
Things are going splendidly. I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like I didn't hit the record button or something. Ugh. Guess it wouldn't be catastrophic if they wasted a turn shooting at me. Probably stay out of warble range, or even if they didn't, 3 raider shots are unlikely to liquidate that army. We'll go ahead and move in.
Ready for the barbecue.
Now the Dragoons can take a shot at you, but everybody else is pretty much easy targets for you on the wall.
Repent before the righteous.
We'll leave that gap open in case it entices them to move that way.
The battle lies before me. The time to act is now.
Sayunaari will never die.
Okay, let's see if the enemy reacts as expected.
Do you know who I am? Time to even the odds.
look at what's for sale. First off, a dragon, not very good. It's a light dragon. We have iron, which we don't need. We're at max iron apparently, and anytime I go over that, it's gonna reduce me down to 99, so we don't need that. But we will take everybody else. Obsidian, iron and sunstone, iron and sunstone, iron and sunstone horse. I have heard Lucky is really good. We might keep him. I have found that I am short on Boots of Tyranny. I don't know how many I have, but it's not enough to equip everybody that I want. So this was the best loadout that I saw during all of that. Okay, this I'm not too worried about. We can probably just terror them. I didn't terror them right away because I wasn't sure if I wanted to terror the group to the right first.
Where am I needed? You make this too easy. Dinner time.
Ready.
Ready for the barbecue. Donar, guide my attack. I await your command. Sayuna will never die. A paladin never surrenders.
And it does have a range to attack.
Donar be with us. Do you know who I am?
I'll admit I miscounted. I thought I was going to be able to charge at all of them, but didn't think about their range to attack or something. I don't know. I was one tile off, I feel like, from being able to completely take out the cavalry. But I managed to come up with another plan.
For my people, for my homeland.
You make this too easy. Repent before the righteous.
Whoops.
Time to even the odds. Where am I needed?
I must stay strong.
Alright, this group does not surrender, so we might as well just obliterate them. First, we cast Exemplar and Narima.
Donar, guide my attack.
Can you take her out in one move? Let's find out. Ragavi, the famous sword mistress, please lay down your blade. How could you serve the Imperial dogs? Narima, you serve these Viridians, do you not? And you have left scores of our brothers and sisters dead. For that, I curse your bloodline for 1,000 years. Stop! Please! Cyrus, he came to us just after the Succession War. No one knows from where. The Duke of Ezrum had led us into disaster, and the people were ready for a change in leadership. Cyrus made great promises. Security, strength, preservation, but now we spill our own blood for the Arkalos Empire. Narima, then raise your sword against them! The Nephilim army has the strength to fight them. There's no longer any reason to bend the knee to preserve our people. Please join our cause, Ragavi. I will. Give me warriors and I will cut down the false Cyrus and lift the shadow from this land. Just gonna let you know, you don't actually need Narima to do this. The dialogue would have played out exactly the same even if you sent some nameless warrior to them. I just happened to do it that way because I thought it was the coolest way, I guess. Let's see, do we have everything? Yeah. About the only thing left is in case I wanted to wait another turn to defeat some more Casamir soldiers, but I mean, I don't need to subject you to that, so I trust I have your confidence that I could handle them. Let's see how many surrenders I get. $220.
Here we stand at Mount Polomia, gateway to the heavens. Tell me, scholar, why do you serve the Xanatus cult?
To serve the true god, of course. To expose the lies of the Denari, to bring balance to this world.
Spare me the flowery words, scholar. We all have a price. You have been promised great rewards. The Grandmaster has already made me powerful. Any question why you are still as you always were?
You were already a great warrior. The Grandmaster sought to make you his champion. The weapon and the will of Xanatus before he returns to this world.
Sure, let's go with that.
And my gift is far different.
The language of the ancient Denari. Has anyone else committed their lives to the mastery of it as you have?
What is the point of your questions?
You killed the only other one, Oxley. No one could interpret the text without decades of study. Yet the Grandmaster possesses knowledge that even you do not have. What do you think that is, Jebediah?
You will not shake my resolve, Hand of Xanatus. The true god knows all and sees all.
I hope for your sake that someday you learn that only you can control your destiny. The Nephilim army is winning the war, and they will be at Casamir's doorstep in a matter of weeks. Soon, we will all have to make a choice.
Thank you very much for watching Tran Wins Symphony of War. I'll see you next time.